My name's Rob Huzay, and I'm the General Manager here at Delta Meadowvale Hotel and Conference Center. And I just wanted to say welcome. It's terrific to see a nice full room for a fantastic event. I promise we're going to make this short because I know you want to get on to the important thing, which certainly isn't me, it's the food. But before we do that, I just wanted to quickly explain, and you're going to hear more detail from our chef, to quickly explain why we're here and thank you for your support of this particular evening. You may or you may not know that there's a very prestigious World Olympic competition in the culinary arts. And we're here tonight to honor Mississauga and Ontario's Team Trillium with our chef, Andrew Nelson. And collectively, this group is going to represent Mississauga and Ontario in Canada in the next Culinary Olympics, which takes place this coming October in Germany. And I know that they're all going to do us proud. We thank you tonight because by being here and supporting this team, you're helping them, obviously, finance, which otherwise is a very expensive endeavor to get them and their equipment over to Germany and allow them to compete and bring honor back to our country. So thank you very much. We also have, and no event is ever successful without additional support, and I'd be remiss if I didn't quickly recognize some of our sponsors. So bear with me while I recognize a few very, very important people that helped make this so successful. First of all, it's called A Taste of Italy tonight. You might have thought it was going to be A Taste of Germany since that's where they're competing. But no, it is A Taste of Italy. And we certainly couldn't do Italy without the help and support of Barilla Pasta. And you'll get a first-hand opportunity to sample some of their fine products this evening. So thank you, Barilla. We also have our second main sponsor, very, very good friends of Delta Meadowvale and Delta Hotels, and that's Chardon Hobbs. They have fine wines, and it's through their sponsorship that you will be enjoying your wine tonight. So thank you very much, Chardon Hobbs. We have flowers by Rustic Vine. Of course, you wouldn't be able to do any of the audio-visual without Delta's partner, ABW Telab, so thank you very much for that support. We have support, non-alcoholic, on the table. You've got San Pellegrino and Aquafina water. So once again, thank you to those two fine companies for supporting us. And finally, the room, I hope you think looks wonderful. I think it looks fantastic. But thank you to our sponsors that helped us decorate it and make it look so fantastic. Before I pass the mic over to our chef, Andrew, who's going to get things rolling, Among this distinguished crowd within the room, and I don't have time to introduce you all, we do have two people that I do feel that we should point out. First of all, Mississauga's wonderful mayor, Mayor Hazel, has decided to join us tonight. And Mayor Hazel is a fine friend of our hotel, and it's no coincidence that we're actually in the McCallion Ballroom tonight. So thank you, Mayor Hazel. We also have our Senior Vice President for Delta Hotels, Senior Vice President of Operations, and I should say, if we go back far enough, former General Manager of this very property, David Bird, in the room. So David. Yeah, I have exceeded my allotment. I'm already a minute over, so I'm going to pass this microphone over now to Chef Andrew. Enjoy the evening, and once again, thank you for supporting us. Andrew?
Thank you, everyone, for participating in this evening with us. I think that's the way I'll start off, but most importantly, thank you for your support. This is incredible, and we're going to have a fun evening. So again, thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to start off, before I get into the menu portion of the evening, I'll give everyone a brief explanation in a few minutes. I'm going to invite James up here from Charlton Hobbs, and he's going to give you a quick rundown of the wines that they've supplied us with for this evening. So, James, I'm going to pass it over to you for a few minutes. Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me this evening, and I do have to apologize. My intention for the night was to pair the wines specifically with each course. We would talk about the meal and then talk about the wines. But I now have a flight to catch in a couple hours, so I will be leaving fairly quickly after my speech. So please bear with me. I'll walk you through the wines and liqueurs we'll be enjoying this evening. But like I was introduced, my name is James Cox, and I'm the key account manager for Toronto West Mississauga with Charlton Hobbs. We are a Toronto-based wine and spirit agency. We've been around for almost 5 decades now as a family business. And we have a great partnership with Delta Hotels across the board, actually. So we're more than happy to be here this evening. But to get right into the wines, as we are an agency, brands come, brands go. Our intention originally was to start off with a Prosecco, an Italian Prosecco. But of course, as I just said, brands come and go. So unfortunately, our Prosecco went. So where we've gone from here is we've actually installed the California version for Moët de Chandon Champagne, being Domaine Chandon California Sparkling. So what we're having is essentially Moët de Chandon Champagne done from California. Méthode traditionnelle, so it's exact same process, exact same grapes, just different soil. So that'll be a nice treat for everybody to start. It's very, very light, crisp, straw color, very bubbly and zesty. It'll go wonderful with the first course. From there, we're going to move into a red wine, which is actually one of my personal favorites, and a wine that over-delivers all the time. I mean, you put the wine in somebody's mouth, they taste it, they'll say, how much is this bottle? $50, $60, $70 a bottle? And when I tell them, their jaw hits the ground. So we have 2 wines from the Pasqua family, based out of Venice. So they're a full Italian, family-owned winery for the past 3 generations. The first wine we're going to be enjoying is the Pasqua Passamento Rosso, which, to ease it up for everybody, is a baby Amarone. If you know Amarone, it's baby brother. So what we're doing with this one is we're taking the traditional Amarone grapes and we're blending them with Merlot, which then, the same process, the grapes are racked and dried for 3-4 months sometimes, allowing the water to evaporate a little bit, concentrating the flavor, and gives you this beautiful wine in our baby Amarone style. Big berries, a little bit of spice. It'll go absolutely wonderful with the meat we're having this evening. After that, our third wine is actually going to be a switch. We're going to go back to a white wine and a typical Veneto Pinot Grigio. The Pasqua family makes some of the best Pinot Grigios in the world, especially from Italy. So what we're going to get with this Pinot Grigio is exactly what you'd expect if you were in Veneto enjoying the wine itself. So it's light, crisp, straw flavored, apple, citrus, and absolutely crisp on the palate. You'll absolutely love it. I can guarantee that. If anybody doesn't enjoy it, please call me later. We'll have a conversation. And lastly, for my final offering for the group, as I said a few minutes ago, brands come, brands go. And as of the last month, our company has just released the #1 selling limoncello in all of Italy. So we were quite fortunate to have it come into Ontario, and it's called Le Monche. So I thought it would be a proper service to bring that in today for you to all enjoy with your last course. So we're going to be having the best, it's proven fact, limoncello out of all of Italy to complement the dessert perfectly well. So, unfortunately, I will be getting on a flight now, but please enjoy the California Sparkling, followed of course by the Passamento Rosso, or Baby Amarone, thirdly your Pinot Grigio, and most lastly, the limoncello we are enjoying this evening. I thank you very much, and enjoy.
From here, we are going to jump into our meal. The menu, we do have a 5-course menu tonight. We're going to start with some prosciutto, authentic, right from Parma, Italy. And we've paired up with some nice buffalo mozzarella. We are going to then move into a nice sort of a take on a potato salad. So we've got a poached, an olive oil poached fingerling potato. And what we've done actually from there is we've actually taken that olive oil, and that's the olive oil that's on the tables tonight to serve with your bread. So should have a little bit of flavor. And move into the entree course from there. We have a nice roast suckling pig. We've been basically baking this one all day, so it's going to be nice and tender, moist and juicy. And this was actually supplied to us by my good friend Jerry from Rexdale Foods, who has supplied a lot of this tonight. He's the one who orchestrated getting me the Parma ham from Italy. He's gotten all the cheeses that we had at the reception tonight, and then we'll move into the roast pig. It's going to be great. And then we're going to sort of move into a little bit of a lighter dish after that, a little pasta dish. And that's the Arctic char with the Barilla loose lasagna noodles. So it's sort of a take on a lasagna, but it's sort of deconstructed and individualized. And I'll explain that dish a little bit later. That's sort of the whole reason why we're basing this off of an Italian theme tonight. So I'll go into that as we're sort of going through the courses. And we're going to finish that off with we're going to finish the evening off with some sweets. We'll be presenting the nice desserts later on. Okay. So that being said, and I'll introduce the team as we're going around. We have lots of help with us tonight, obviously. So it's going to be a great evening. Enjoy yourselves.